There was the garbage school of African philosophy that taught the next generation how to keep economic security. All of these industrious acts were built for people who looked just like you. So work these businesses for people who looked just like you. Building and developing our community that was filled with people who looked just like you. So benefited from all this were people who looked just like you. And you can go further back in history to the greatest empires the earth ever knew, like the Kemetic, the Nubian, the Kush, and the Moorish, just to name a few, who fed the world that it could be done again. We just have to be conscious of our ancestral blueprint. Thus, unity and self-determination, we need to get back to that. Collective work and responsibility, we need to get back to that. Cooperative economic. You see, I write poetry for you. I write poetry for he, she, us, and they. I write poetry for my people. I write poetry for the world to bear witness that when the celestial earth's very own sons has the courage for truth and will stand up and breathe from his lips what need to be said. See, these words can help the dead revive and animate their energy and feel alive again, thus opening their hearts little bit by little bit to let the light in and out. These expressions aid and assist in gaining high self-esteem so that she can look in the mirror and gaze upon the goddess that she truly is, so that she will pass inner love to her daughter, who will pass self-dignity to her daughter, who will pass self-respect to her daughter, and so forth and so on. These words assist in the youth becoming more educated and aware of the beyond monumental history of our kin. Letting them know that you are primordial man and woman, that we hinder civilization to the four corners of the world. Letting them know holistic medicine started with you, martial arts began with you, all forms of science. Let me out. I don't want to be here. I've been trapped far too long in this horrible place. Only those on the inside know to be prison. Forgiven by now, I must be by God, Jah, Allah, Yahweh, and Jehovah for my sins. So why am I to be forever condemned by a much lesser being like you? You who knows very little of my past pain, present agony, or future hell. You who knows very little of my struggling soul. Yet it is you who eyes judge me. Then it is you who minds forget about me. I am still here. Why can't you see me? Forget hearing my cries. Feel them. Feel them drowning my aspirations of ever getting out. Flooding my lungs of hope, inch by inch, day by day with the fluids of despair. I am only getting older. Optimism that was once a close founded, comforting boulder has de-evolved into a flimsy pebble trying to blow away in the wind. And I try my hardest to grab a hold of it, as I try my hardest to ignore the echoes that reverberate within my psyche. You're knocking on your door with Shakespeare-written books, telling you that your savior is outside of you and that you gotta die to reach heaven. Look, the time for flattery is over, so let's usher in the beautiful truth to our sisters and brethrens. I'm loving them, so with a smile I give them the real. We are Moorish and from the stars, this is for real. Research it, pray on it, meditate. Don't take my word for it, investigate, then celebrate. When you reach the blissfully mind-blowing epiphany, like I do every time I write Moorish Detroit poetry, like I do every time I write Moorish Detroit poetry, like when I write Moorish Detroit poetry. Moorish fezes and turbans blazing in the deep, right palm open with Islam is how we greet. By day and night we honor Jew Ali, with Moorish fezes and turbans blazing in